all the way from Austria. No, not from Austria,
No.
guys. From Montreal. We're here at our second episode of the Self-Defense Show.
And thank you for having me, Nick.
Helen,
it's truly an honor to be here and to be invited by you.
It's an honor for everybody to have Helen here, because Helen actually doesn't teach much self-defense anymore.
No, it's just when you ask me to come on and do interviews or do pictures or videos and stuff like that. No, it's really not a part of my daily routine anymore, but I am available for questions if anybody has.
So I think it's amazing that we got Helen in today, and I really wanted to get her to come in and really talk about the women's self-defense topics. And you know, to me, she is the leader, and not probably the number one in the world in terms of women's self-defense. She worked in clubs. She taught for 20 years. She was a stunt woman. Now she does hypnosis, which I've done. So if you guys are interested, we're also going to put the link of Helen's hypnosis on the comment box, and she could do this remotely as well, anywhere around the world. And
feel free to ask right away for all the women that are out there that are watching. Any questions that you have related to self-defense, what to do if, or these are my daily routines, what can I do, how can I better my strategy so that I don't become a victim in any sort of way, please put it out there.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Start the chat. Again, we have Vincent MMA, our moderator, that's there to keep everybody in check. So make sure to follow the rules and regulations that we've said.
Hi, Josh.
And every week we're going to have a new guest. Just to remind you guys, next week we're going to have Xavier, the new UAE champion. Helen, glad to see you from France. Yes.
Hello. I'm sorry, I can't read the name. I wear glasses, folks, and I'm really trying hard to read the name. I didn't catch the name.
Her name is...
But hello, France.
Satoum. Vive la France, vive la liberté. Raphael Kota, my man. As well, guys. So if you have any questions right now, today's topic is women's self-defense. We also have a super chat on, so the super chat always take priorities on the questions. So we're here to talk about women's self-defense. So any questions, any comments, leave them in the comment box. Let's start, Helen.
Yes.
Very common question that a lot of women probably have. How do you overcome the fear?
The fear will always be there, regardless of what you know, regardless of your experience. The fear will always be there, and it should be, because it shows that you take it seriously, the situation. So don't think that because you feel fear that you're doing something wrong or you're just not good enough. It's actually, it will help you become more aware to avoid what can happen if something goes wrong. So fear is not a good thing. Fear is not a bad thing. Fear is actually a good thing. It prevents you from playing soccer in traffic, right? Fear helps you. If you were to cross the street, you look both ways before you cross because you don't want to get hit by a car, right? So it's there to help you. It's not a bad word, and it's not a bad thing to have. Fear can be bad if it prevents you from living a lifestyle that is healthy and good for you. That's the only time where I would say, okay, let's dive more into it and what is wrong and how can we overcome this. But fear's a good thing.
What do you think, Helen? So how would somebody overcome that fear, or not fear, surpass that moment where they're shaking or they're scared? What is the best way to deal with a bigger attacker as a woman?
What is the best? Well, okay, great question, loaded question, because we could be talking about any type of attack, right? So it's a bigger guy. I'm assuming if we're walking down the street and he decides to grab me or something, first and foremost, what is my awareness like? If I see a bigger guy coming down the street, I'm not necessarily going to cross the street, but if anything, if my intuition is telling me that there's something wrong, and this has happened to me before where a complete stranger walking down the street, there was something just felt weird about him, and I did, everything I could to avoid him. So if you've ignored your intuition and the person is still coming at you like, okay, well, what is he doing now? Nick is bigger than me. I know you probably meant much bigger. He's obviously a lot stronger, so I have to tackle the issue. I have to be, I have to talk my way out of it. I'm certainly not going to out-muscle him. Like if he has my arms in any kind of way, I'm not going to deal with a power struggle because I'm going to lose a lot of energy really quickly, and I haven't done anything to hurt this individual and to get away safely. So I hope that helps. So I would try to talk my way out of the situation, give him what he wants. If it's just like money, wallet, whatever, if you decide, I have a problem with that, but if you decide that that's the best way for you to get away, then by all means, if it helps you to sleep at night, do it. I would have a problem with that. So in that case, I would go for, if it has to go down to striking, I would go for eyes and throat first and foremost. I wouldn't bother going for the groin. It takes a few seconds for the guy to feel it. He might even get more angry and decide to hurt me harder, faster in order to get me under more control.
So just to mention, today's giveaway is going to be a free program, a women's self-defense, the SHIELD program with both me and Helen. So one of you is going to get a chance to win the free program. So I'm going to be giving the giveaway at the end. So, Helen, obviously, like one of the things I hate wrestling or fight, knife defense question. In Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, they train to trap the knife. Guys, we're not doing knife defense. We got to stick to the topic. Don't mess with Helen, so she'll go for your eyes. So let's talk about that. So Helen has something that I hate more than anything.
Nails.
And it's this.
Yes.
Her nails over here.
Yes.
Even grappling with her, she would just grab, whatever she would grab, she would just rip into it. And I always compared it to grabbing a cat, or even the little kitties. You ever see, when you grab them, their nails are so sharp that it scratches.
Yeah.
It's a different pain and feeling from getting punched in the face. Yeah. This hurts more.
Yes, it does.
This hurts more, the scratch in the rib versus a punch in the face.
Yes.
It's a different burning sensation. I know because Helen's ripped into me before, right?
I've done more damage with my nails than I have throwing punches. If I don't want to hurt the person that much, I'll be throwing punches. You understand? But if I really want to do some serious damage, if I really feel like I need to do something, like the level of intensity has really gone above and beyond, then I will use my nails.
Yeah, and she basically show them how do you, without going full out, how do you use them?
Yeah, well, okay.
See, I hate the feeling, right? Because I know, even when we did some sparring, I think it was 2 years ago, and she would kind of like throw a punch with kind of like an open hand, and her nails would always be in my eyes, right? Yeah. How Helen reacts if Nick would grab her. It depends how I would grab her. So if I grabbed her by the hair this way, again, from there, Helen, how would you strike?
Now, let's assume we've bypassed the whole talking, and now I'm just going to strike. Well, look where my hands are. I've got his throat here, so I could strike with any hand. Now here, he might be able to stop me, so I can't even get there. And even a scratch here is not going to do much. But I do have this hand here, and I could go into his face. I can palm strike. I could go into the eyes. I could rake across the face. And then just by doing that, there's a little bit more of a release here, so it allows me to get closer. Very important, as much as you don't, ladies, as much as you don't want to be close to your attacker, it's always best to get close to your attacker. Because if I'm here, I'm in a perfect boxing range for him. He could throw his punches and he can land them without a problem. Remember, he's probably bigger and stronger than you are, right? But if I'm here, if I'm really, really close here, it's a lot harder for him to land a solid punch. And here I could just rake across his face, go into his eyeballs, go, just keep, painting all over his face with my nails.
I like that painting, and the idea, guys, too, and I mean, to the women, you don't want to go force against force. So if I'm pulling her right in, she's not going to be pushing back. Yeah. If I do this, she's going to move in. If I pull, she's going to pull me in, right? So she does. What you don't want to do is pull back. We're doing this. This is kind of useless, right? So if I do this, she's going to step in with the palm strike, right? So if I pull, boom. If I'm pushing, you could pivot and strike and draw the person in. you don't want to go force against force. And the same principle would apply if I was fighting a much bigger attacker, right? Because when I do drills with bigger guys, and I know when I'm doing something with Moose, there's no way I'm ever gonna pull him, right? So if he's pulling me, I use his weight to strike and to attack.
The will to fight.
The will to fight.
What if
you don't reach the face? That's a good one.
Okay, okay, so what else do I have? Let's assume that I can't reach the face. Maybe he even has
Let's move back a little bit.
Yeah.
Here's so they could see.
Maybe he even has a motorcycle helmet on. Okay, so let's just say all this is gone. For some reason, he's much bigger. Maybe I've even fallen. I don't even have access really to his throat over here. So I will grab onto anything that I can. His skin, I will be close. Even if I need to bite through his shirt, I will. Again, what is the level of intensity that I'm dealing with? Because you might think, yeah, but I don't want any kind of disease. No, neither do I. But I don't know. I don't want to die either from this guy doing whatever it was that he was planning to do anyway, right? So, okay, let's forget about the biting, okay? And let's just stick to like grabbing here. Can I strike him in the groin? Yes, that is an option if you don't have any other option to work with. I can keep him close here. Again, I don't want to give him an opportunity to throw punches to my face. And while I'm trying to get...
just that! Wait. Do you see?
Oh yeah, I did. Look at that. Sorry. So just by, you can see it's a little pink here.
I just felt like a rip across the skin.
Sorry.
So you should have saw back then when we used to grapple in the day, my body was like, it was like I was like fighting a wild cat. But again, that's what you want to do, right? You don't want to turn around and try to go force with force. What about the legs? Which are stronger? The arms? What about your legs? Which are stronger?
Okay, I'm assuming that if you're thinking that the legs are stronger than the arms, would I start to kick? No, I wouldn't start to kick, because if you're thinking, if we're talking to each other, if he's starting to get violent and I'm just starting to make any kind of move here, there is no way I'm going to risk being at this particular range to throw, let's say, a kick. Okay, what are my surroundings? I might slip, I might fall. Again, if I am close enough and I do manage to strike him in the groin, it's going to take him a few seconds before he starts to feel the pain. He could land a couple of punches prior to that. So I would stick to the eyes and the throat are the best target, and everything else is secondary.
For sure, being able to throw those kicks, and Helen, she could kick. She's a good kicker, right? And so imagine you're in heels, a skirt. Imagine a one, like if you're watching this and you don't have a good or solid self-defense or martial art background, the chance of you being able to throw a kick and doing damage or enough damage to a bigger attacker probably slim to none. And even myself, when I do it with bigger attackers, when we do these drills and I work my kicks, I mean, I have defense against a larger attacker with Moose, and I'm kicking him, and he's like, all it's doing is annoying the shit out of me, and it's making me mad. The will to fight. Thank you, my man.
Yeah, and I wanted to add something to that. Kicking. Yes, remember, not if someone is planning
Raphael, what's up, my man?
Hi, Raphael. If someone is planning to attack a woman, chances are they're going to be attacking a woman who's not in her workout gear, who's has comfortable shoes on. He's going to be choosing a woman who is probably going to be in her heels, who is going to be caught off guard, who maybe has some groceries in her hands, or she's digging in the trunk of her car, putting stuff away. He's gonna pick her when she's going through the parking lot late at night, when she doesn't feel like she's had a great workout and the adrenaline is going, she's feeling good and great. And they're gonna get you. This is what they do. This is what attackers do, right? For the most part, they try to get the perfect victim in the perfect place. So that perfect place for them is the worst place for you. So try to think where and what are you doing in your day where you would be most at risk to be attacked, and then work it out from there. How could you be more aware? How could you avoid it?
The awareness, guys. Tracy, what's going on?
Hi, Tracy.
The awareness, guys, is huge. It's a very big part of self-defense, and it's often neglected. And we tell people, just self-defense, learn how to defend yourself. But I mean, it's more than that. It's more than just learning to defend yourself, it's also, part of developing your radar, your awareness, your instinct, your intuition is all part of the self-defense training. And we have that in the video. We talk a lot about in our self-defense series, in our videos, we talk about that. So I think Vincent had a question.
Yeah, Vincent had a question.
Defense is swinging punches already.
And hello, Egypt. Okay, so if a guy is swinging punches already, well, it's quite possible you could get hit and you could be knocked out and you could be unconscious. There is no guarantee that anyone can give you to say, you'll walk away safe each and every time. So mistakes can happen, and yeah, you could get punched. I mean, protect your head as best as you can. So if Nick is already swinging at me, I still want to keep my head tucked in. I want to keep my hands high here. So if he does come around to my head, if I can catch it and avoid getting a punch to the face, great. I wouldn't want to extend my elbow like this because he could still come in. So I would still want to keep it slightly bent, and I would want to keep my body angled forward. So if I'm standing straight, the only other place for me to go here is to go back and to probably fall on the ground. That's not great either.
Vincent, that's a great question, because it's the same thing when I train. Like if I'm here and I'm fighting, whether it's a girl or a guy, I'm stepping in. That's one of my trainings that I focus on the most right now, guys. Is I train to move in and not move back. It's literally part of my training. Yes, when I'm sparring, I'll move back, I'll switch my stance, but I train a lot that from a passive stance, whether I'm here, boom, step in. Especially when we're doing knife defense, the idea is you want to break the momentum and move in instead of move back. Now, if you're going to move back and the objective is for you to run and escape, that's okay, but you got to make sure you have enough clearance for you to move back. But if you're in this close, and I'm already here and I'm going for the strike, Helen's gonna boom, step in right away, intercept it and come in. As she comes in with strikes.
Okay, NJ asked, what if you weren't facing the attacker? So if I'm like this and he like grabs me from behind or anything, or let's like grab me from behind or, okay. So from here, my hands are stuck over here. What can I do? Like I can try to.
Oh yeah, right. Believe it or not, that right now, that strike, if she gives me a solid headbutt, like I could feel it, right?
Yeah. Let's just say that doesn't even work,
let's
right?
down here.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't really see unless we go down here. I could use my legs and I could just rake across his shins really, really, really hard. I could also take these hands here and I could go right to the crotch here. And then if he's thinking down below, I'm thinking up here. Now, I might not even have any spit, but I can turn and I could spit in his face. I could go like a few times in his face, and just with the noise of that might cause him to flinch. If he flinches, that might cause him to release a little bit of a grip, and I'm turning and I'm striking.
The thing, guys, it's very important.
Hello, Russia.
The thing that you wanna know, and this is what I teach. A lot of systems want a 1, 2, 3, and it's a combination of strikes that are thrown at different times, because I might headbutt, it might not work. I might grab the groin, now the headbutt works. Now the elbow opens up. I might try to go around, but he doesn't let me, but then this elbow might turn around and strike. So you gotta train to throw multiple strikes without a fixed combination. It's not headbutt, then elbow, then knee, or whatever it is. Whatever you get, you got to take in that moment. The more you throw out there, the more you're going to strike and hit something.
And yes, someone said the will to fight. So yes, your mindset is very important. I know a woman who she used to always tell me, she goes, "Oh, Helen, it's okay." She doesn't live in Canada or anything, but we're very close. And she goes, "If anything happens, you'll be with me, I'll be fine." And I used to tell her, "Don't say that, because I could be the first one out. I could be struck so hard that I'm passed out, or I could not even be with you, right? So you really have to rely on yourself to get out." And she would never, "Oh no, nothing would ever happen to me and I'm safe and blah, blah, blah." She got stabbed 8 times. A man attacked her. Now, what she ended up doing was she survived the attack and he ended up getting arrested and he's in prison. But I'm so proud of her because she was able to fight off of her attacker. For so many years, she thought she couldn't do anything. She wasn't strong enough. You know, she's a mother. She didn't think that she was capable of doing it. But in the moment when he's stabbing her, she just went ballistic and she survived.
So what do we learn in this lesson now? It's not about knife defense; it's about women's self-defense. But it's related. It's related because it's related to mindset. It's related to women who tell me he's too big, he's too strong, and I have people sometimes tell me, "Well, if he's bigger, there's nothing you can do." My answer is like, "You're right. There's nothing that you personally can do. I could do something." Right. It all starts with your mindset. Yes. If when people tell me against a knife, there's no way you could defend yourself, I say, "You're right. There's no way if that's what you believe." But you have a great example of a woman who got stabbed 8 times and survived. Now think about it. If she didn't fight, she probably would have died, or maybe got stabbed 15 or 20 times or whatever it is. But it's her will to fight that managed to keep her alive, even though she got stabbed 8 times. So there's a valuable lesson in mindset when it comes to learning self-defense. And like you got, it has, your mindset is everything in anything you do in life. And you know, Helen's been not only a trainer to me, and we've trained together, but she's also been a coach. I do hypnosis with her. And because of the hypnosis, I've managed to as well program my brain, my mind, my beliefs in there as well. So your mindset is everything when it comes to your survival and self-defense and your self-development and accomplishments in anything you do in life. If you want to open a business and you're like, well, I don't think I could do it.
Then you're right.
You're right, you can't. So don't even bother. So kind of went off topic, but you guys, I think it's so important that, what about being catched by the hair?
Okay.
Guys, don't forget. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Pauline. Vincent, guys, make sure to check out Vincent MMA, our moderator. Vincent, thank you so much, man.
Okay. For the hair, it's the same principle as if he were to grab me by the arm.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pull away. I'm not going to do that because he's only going to pull me harder, and it's going to hurt. So if he wants me to go with him, then of course I'm going to go with him. And look at this. I hold my hair.
Go.
I could still turn and I can still fight him. My hands are up here, you know, so I can still work my striking. And even if he pulls really hard, I don't care about this now. I'll care about it later on, and you know.
You could use it as leverage. So if I'm pulling here, you're coming into it. So because our instinct is to move away from danger. So it's normal. When I grab her here, most women would think, I'm going to run this way.
Yeah.
So what does she do? If I'm here, you got to turn.
Yeah. From here, and then go right into him. Because look at how unbalanced he is. He's moving backwards, I'm going forward, and I'm lunging forward at the same time.
That's a very good one. You're lunging forward, and you're coming in escape from rear naked choke.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, well, if someone has a perfect rear naked choke on you.
So that's a tough one. Like Helen says, I mean, we always want to give you guys real information.
Yeah.
If somebody like Davis puts on a choke who's a pro MMA fighter.
Good night.
Good night. So we talk about it in our video, in our program, the Shield program, and we talk really much more about the awareness part of it and the part to be able to intercept that if you see this, right?
Yeah.
You block it.
You're turn whatever it is. Because remember, you don't know who's behind you. So I can turn this way, or I can turn this way, or I can just block it here to my chest. But the fact is, how did he get that close without you noticing? Do you have ear pods on? You know, when you're walking outside, don't put your ear pods on. You should be aware of your surroundings. So yeah, use your awareness to prevent something like that from happening. That would be your best defense.
Captain Irish, what's going on, my man?
Hello, Captain Irish.
You guys always know the positive mindset. So as Helen was saying, guys, I'm going to go back because again, we have 5 minutes and we're going off. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time.
Wow,
that was fast. We're only going to take, I didn't do my own thing today just to decide to take a day. Yeah, Captain Irish. I'm going to come play Fortnite with you one day, man. So guys, the important thing, so escape of the choke. Focus on turning, blocking.
How did he get this close to you? in order to do that? How did he get this close to you? Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, that's it. So focus on that, shutting it down, closing the choke. Once the choke is on like this, like tight, now I've pressure tested a few stuff on escape against a choke. Again, we have it in the video, but this is more something I would do with maybe Xavier or more of an MMA, because I would want to explore the 4 or 5 different escapes and really pressure test them. And we only have a few minutes. So if there's one thing that the women could get out of this, and the same thing for men, is that, again, your awareness, if somebody's behind you, if you feel, as soon as you feel anything coming around, turn around, strike, face the person, close it off, depending on what you get. You can step to the side and make it into a headlock escape. Awareness is key. Nick is...
Yeah, but you're also talking, we're not talking about people who just came out of the gym training jiu-jitsu or anything like that. Let's assume that we're talking about your everyday person who just comes out and asks you a question. They've never done any sort of training whatsoever. So their best defense is to use their intuition, is to use their awareness, and to turn around and face whatever it is that...
See, every time, again, if you're in code yellow, code green, yellow, red. If I'm in red, and I used to do this when I used to work in the clubs, and I was walking out of the club, and I'm walking to my car at 4 a.m. Anytime I would see somebody walk by me, right? So you walk by me, I would turn around and just, did the person stop? Did he look at me? Did he turn around? Anybody, I was in code red, I was always aware. If the person stops, something turns around and starts walking towards you, the fight starts at that moment. You gotta turn around and like stop him right there. If you think you're being followed, cross the street. He crosses the street, then you definitely know you're being followed, and then you gotta be ready to do something. To do what the criminals ask, if it's possible, or start with aggression to confuse him.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Sorry.
It's better to do what the criminal asks, if it's possible, or start with aggression to confuse him. You can't say it's better.
Yeah.
You can't say it's better. Sometimes, you jump from no talking to right into the physical.
It's always hard when people ask us these questions because they want an answer. It's an answer I can't give you. There's too many. I say you could do it and it could go really well, and you could do it and go really bad. At that moment, you have to decide. So, guys, we got 2 minutes. So
wow, that was fast.
That was really fast.
Thank you for your participation, Nick.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Stranzl,
having me here.
where can people find you if they have questions for you?
HelensHypnosis.com or on the Instagram, Helen Stranzl, HelenStranzl.
Yes.
Thank you.
And as well, guys, I forgot. So today I'm going to give a women's self-defense program, the Shield program with me and Helen. So the question is, and you have to put it in the comment box if you guys don't know, what's a question?
What's a question?
Let's think of a question, Helen.
How did we meet? No.
No.
Okay.
Let's think of something. All right. Okay, here's a good one. In what club did Helen work as a bouncer?
Ooh, that's a hard one. They would have to really know who I am. How about this?
Yeah.
New question?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the nickname that Nick has for me?
Easy. Helen's nickname. The first one to put Helen's nickname in the comment box.
And it's clean.
Yes.
Let's not get dirty. It's clean.
Come on, guys. Helen's nickname, and you get...
He always says this at the beginning. It always makes me laugh.
And you're gonna get the free program, the Shield program with me and Helen. These are 10 common attack videos, guys. They're filmed very high production. We break down different attacks. So, guys, want to check them out? We have 1 minute. If you guys don't figure out, leave it in the comment box.
Thank you, NJ. I would love to be back.
Please,
oh God, I used to know. He calls you Steven because I'm so cool. You guys are funny. You guys are great. Thank you. I had such a great time. And Nick, thank you again.
Yes, guys, we're going to have Helen come back again so we could, again, it's only 30 minutes. It goes fast. So
we can do groundwork.
There's so much more. So, guys, make sure to like, to subscribe, to hit the bell. Send this to your wives, girlfriends, mothers, sisters, as well as go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. Just launched my brand new.
Yes, it is.
Is it
something.
Wildcat? No. Close. It's kind of like a wildcat. Superwoman? Nope.
No, it's something beast. It was the beast.
The Beast. All right, we're closing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're out, guys.
Bye.
Leave it in the comment box.